So Lenya, man, this is a weird time here. I guess it's a good thing that they saved her to be the very last hero of this current season, because my goodness, she is by far the least impactful one that we have ever seen. I would probably highly say that not a single person should really summon for this hero. I mean, heck, when you have a game mode, let's just talk about this. When we have a game mode like Ravage Realm, where you need to have like what, 9 heroes or 8 heroes, whatever it is, to make multiple teams in, I guess it's 8 heroes, and she's still not part of any of the best teams. Like, I try to make her work in so many of my Ravage Realm compositions, it just doesn't work. And you'll notice not a single person has used her either. And you can tell people that Paragons, I guarantee you they have Lenya at least to Supreme Plus. Not a single team is using this hero. That probably speaks volumes about what the value of this hero is. And to be perfectly honest, this is a hero not a single person should even bother getting right now. I feel like I wasted a ton of resources, but as a content creator, I feel like it's my obligation to build these heroes, test them out in many different ways, and see if there's maybe even some niche viability. We've gone over Dream Realm. She's not been great in Dream Realm. She's an okay damage dealer in Dream Realm. We've gone over PvP. Still a work in progress. We did some pretty half-ass type PvP testing, but to be honest, I can't envision her being in any type of meta team. If you guys come across one, leave a comment down below. We've had other game modes like such as AFK battles, your AFK progression system. Yeah, no, that's all about crowd control. And while her kit does include crowd control with her stunning abilities, let's be honest, it's not very reliable. It really isn't reliable, and beyond that, getting her to survive is very difficult. She is a rogue, she is a physical damage dealer, and she has a range of 1 because, well, she's a melee damage dealer. Besides her using her ultimate quickly and getting her enhanced force to go off at Supreme Plus, yes, all the way at Supreme Plus, there's really nothing else in her kit that can keep her alive besides a ton of support heroes to keep her running. Even her Mythic Plus, I feel like, isn't all that amazing. You would think just really doubling down on her crit chance, her crit damage, because, you know, during the duel, she gets increased attack, all this fun stuff. She hits a lot of times. She can stun the enemy, which is cool, but she like hyper focuses on a single target. And again, while she does have Tornado Strike, which is an AoE type hit, it's interesting because actually I don't even know if it can trigger AoE. I've never actually noticed it doing that, because this is just the passive part of it, that when she blocks a normal attack, her current target, she then does this. I'm pretty sure the stun can work too, but man, I can't remember seeing it stun multiple people at once. I think it's also because a lot of her abilities, like she literally power kicks the one specific target away from the pack of heroes. And as we all know, we want to be using Aaron. We're grouping up enemies. We're using Arden. We're using Smokey for AoE damage, and typically you want them very tightly packed up in a close location, and that just kind of isn't happening when you have Lenya, because she's picking apart an opponent, she's kicking them to the wall on the opposite side of the battlefield. And again, I know I make this comparison a lot, but she's very reminiscent of Soren too. Soren, his ultimate, he prioritized the most dense area, but when he teleports it and does AoE, he's literally knocking everybody away from each other, putting them multiple tiles apart, which means some AoE abilities now might not hit. I feel like she has a very similar kit, except for the fact that Soren actually has some survivability and some combos and things like that. He has just a basic attack that, you know, knock someone back one time, can knock them into an ally. It was very reminiscent, but at least with Soren, I feel like he comboed well with Alsa. Now, maybe if the order of Lenya and Soren were swapped, we would say the same thing about Soren, because we all know Alsa was really strong at the beginning of the season, like very, very strong, meta defining in PvE boss damage, because we weren't in Endless yet. She was godly. She was amazing. Since that time, her use has gone down. I partially regret getting her to EX20 at the time, because that was a lot of resources. But in the moment, Soren paired very well with her, which was really nice. However, we've had what? We had Lily May come out, which, as basically turned into the best hero you can invest in the game because so many game modes really reward you for doing great boss damage, and Lily May is at the top of almost every single boss damage list. Heck, even if we take a look at like today's Dream Realm, most people are not using Lily May. However, I wonder if mine is up here somewhere. My best team actually has Lily May over Ludovic. Like, I actually do more damage because of the power of my Lily May, I think. Which means it's kind of interesting. It's interesting that, you know, you had two of these heroes come out at the same time. She just doesn't seem like she combos with anybody. Heck, we even had Olmus. And I think a lot of people are not the biggest fan of Olmus. But if you do build Olmus up quite a bit, he does have some uses, especially with his Prowling Roots. The effect that can, you know, knockdown duration +2 essentially on any control type of effects and everything, which is just really awesome. He's one hero that can just like survive so well, like so well. He can't get one shot. He basically goes down to next to no life, teleports to the back row, gets some healing from support, and then starts healing one of your allies. He's like a hybrid support / damage dealer. But I feel like Lenya just fits in the spot where she does nothing. She doesn't support her allies. There's no types of buffs going to her team whatsoever. All of her buffs are herself. She gets herself crit. She gives herself haste. She gives herself crit damage boost and attack. Even if you go up to like +10, if Lenya deals more damage than her target by the end of the duel, she's considered the winner. Winning the duel increases the duration of her full potential effects by 8 seconds. Like, yeah, that's cool because it just, I don't know. The duel goes on for 12 seconds. It extends it for another 8 after the duel. I mean, I guess that's cool, but the duel just really didn't end up working well enough because I think there's so much AoE damage in the game. Heroes just don't care if you're dueling or not, because I know like the one positive to the duel is the fact that that dueled enemy like basically focuses only on Lenya. Sometimes that's actually to a detriment because it just focus fires her down and then she just implodes, but nothing in her kit besides her Supreme Plus keeps her alive, and even at that, it's only the targets that aren't dueling her. Like, I don't know. I'm at a loss for this hero. At least it's the last hero of the season. We've had a lot of really amazing heroes come out. We even had, you know, like Floribel and stuff before the season came out. We had Vala at the launch of the game. This is by far the first hero that really feels flat because at least Ludovic is a healer in Graveborn that we've been desperately needing and can actually do some good damage. Mikula has found her way of being an amazing support buffer and AoE healer. And then there's just Lenya. Yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Just don't summon for this hero. Don't even go for a single copy of her. It's just not worth it. See you guys next time.